I remember one time my dad took me to this jazz club. And I swear the next thing I know, it's like this guy floats off the stage. What the? That guy was lost in the music. He was in it. And he took the rest of us with him.
Streaming this Christmas on Disney Plus.
Spend your precious hours doing what will bring out the real you. The brilliant, passionate you. Yes! Woohoo! Life is full of possibilities. You just need to know where to look. What do you want to be remembered for?
Disney and Pixar Soul. Rated PG. Streaming December 25th.
All right, we're going to jump right into this, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I'm so excited about our two incredible guests, and we have some amazing HBCU students that are going to be asking them questions. Kemp Powers, who is the co-director, the screenplay for this incredible Disney Pixar film, Soul. I cannot wait to dive in with Kemp and find out more about this amazing movie and the process of getting it onto the screen. And this man needs no introduction. Starting at guard, 6'6", representing Peacock University, Jamie the Peacock Fox. I love Jamie, known Jamie for years, and this is just such an inspiring film. I left the movie in my living room, of course, feeling like I found that spark. So without further ado, we're gonna dive right in. We have some incredible HBCU students. But first, Kemp, Jamie, is there anything you wanna start off this program with to say about the film and say about today?
Looking forward to just hearing your thoughts, man. I mean, I'm just excited that we were able to even get this made. You know, it was an honor working not just with Jamie over here, but like everyone. I mean, it was a dream cast. Kind of a dream project for me. So, you know, thank you all for making a little bit of time to talk to us.
Man, listen, and I've been so blessed. First of all, this looks absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for checking it out. And to be with Kemp, man, to bring this incredible movie to life and to be the first African-American lead in a Pixar film. I cannot tell you guys how much that means on so many levels. Obviously, we've gone through a whole lot this past year. Myself being on the front lines when we go to protest and things like that, it was a tough time. But at the same time, it was encouraging on all of the people that we saw. Terrence J, you know, it wasn't just us. It was to go to Minnesota and see all 30,000, 40,000 white people also marching in peaceful harmony, which they didn't put on screen. But I think this is what we need at the end of this year. I think we need some smiles. I think we need some encouragement, and I think we need to celebrate this. So I was happy to be a part of this, man. Please let everybody know that this is monumental. And Terrence could tell you, and Kemp can tell you how much this really means, man. So make sure that we show up and show out on this one.
Absolutely, Jamie. Couldn't have said it better. Like you said, this year, it's felt like we've been at war. It's felt like we've been at battle. And it's great to go into 2021 with that spark of creativity that this film represented. We're going to kick things off with Victor. Victor is a proud North Carolina A&T State University Aggie. Victor, you have a question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. So happy to be here. But my question is basically, well, first of all, this movie was great. It was very inspirational, and I'm glad to be here. But my question for you, Mr. Kemp Powers and Jamie Foxx, is how does Joe Gardner's character relate to people in today's world, and what ways would you suggest someone finding their true soul?
Look, I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. I mean, Joe, I kind of poured my own life experiences into writing Joe. You know, this idea of pursuing your dream on nights and weekends, to the point that, like, you know, your parents are like, look, honey, you're getting a little old. Maybe you ought to like hang up this idea, being a Hollywood screenwriter and director, and start working on that pension, you know, and it's a leap of faith that I understood how hard an ask that was for Joe of his mom, because it was a hard ask for me and my mother, who was who retired as a nurse. You know, it's all about, you know, making it supposedly easier on the next generation than it was on you. And I'm Generation X. So, you know, my mother's generation is literally that generation from the 1960s and 70s who were that was a crucible time in our country, and you don't want to be a burden to them. But I think anyone can relate to that having that passion. But also what was even more important to me was this idea that, you know, dreams and fulfilling your dreams are not what makes your life valuable. You know, for me, it's about the value of all lives. You know, we live in a society that I think tends to, unfortunately, put greater value on people like me and people like Jamie based on doing things in Hollywood. And to be perfectly honest, you know, I can't speak for Jamie, but I feel like, you know, we're just guys doing a job that we love, chasing after a passion that we have. But some of the people who have been most inspiring to me have nothing to do with Hollywood, you know, and those people are heroes to me and people to look up to as well. So that was one of the big decisions we made with the film, was not showing you at the end what Joe actually does, to let you fill in the blank. Because I think to a lot of audience members, they might see Joe as going back and becoming a teacher again. Some people might see Joe as going back and performing with Dorothea. Some people might see a hybrid where he does both. The whole point is we want to let the audience fill that in, and they're going to fill that in with whatever their personal life experience speaks to. So, you know, that's a major reason why we made the ending as, you know, as vague, if you want to call it that, as we did.
And I love how you left it open-ended, because I think he went back and did some teaching, but I love that it's up to the viewers. We're going to take a ride over to your alma mater, Howard University, because Jordan has a question.
Thank you, Terrence. First off, thank you, Mr. Foxx and Powers, for your time, and congrats on an amazing film that is so needed during a year like this. My question is as follows. We often see students who are interested in pursuing the arts being put down for their career choices. What would you say to the child out there who wants to pursue the arts, but has been told that it's just not profitable?
That's Jamie all the way.
Oh, no, you know what? Forget all that, man. You go get it. This is the time to go get it right now. Especially like for your generation, man, to be honest with you, the social media thing, man, if I had that back in the day, the fact that I could just turn my camera on and anybody could see me, listen, this is the time to go pursue all the dreams, man. And I could tell you like this, to all of y'all on the screen, I'm a lend a hand. And Terrence J will tell you, I always lend a hand. And you can see it, because I feel like the young generation is actually what we're missing right now. You know, guys and girls that are under 30, where are those actors? Where are those actresses? Where are those performers? And I'm here to lend a hand. I mean, and you know my pedigree, Terrence J. I used to throw parties just so I could, you know, meet other artists. We had a party, Terrence J, I don't know if you remember this, but it was a party for Puff. Puff and Missy Elliott at the time was hot. And as a matter of fact, this is how crazy the party was. It was one dude standing on the wall, didn't nobody know who it was. It was Jay-Z. I said, "What's up?" He said, "It's a nice party. It's crazy. It's like this all the time. It's crazy. It's crazy." I said, "Yeah, man, I know you." And then as I'm walking out my garage, it was a tall dude and a little one. And the little one said, "Yo, B, it's like this all the time, like girls and karaoke." I said, "Yeah, who are you?" "Oh, we're the Neptunes. My name is Pharrell." Same party, a guy walks in, jaw a little busted, backpack on, Kanye West. "See, I got a song for you." Says it go like this. She says she wants some Marvin Gaye, so Luther Vandross, a little. And from that party, Kanye took off. Pharrell took it. Jay-Z. So what I try to do and what we should all do is encourage, man, because we have it. And I always go on stage, and you know this, Terrence J, something about Black folk, man, there is a talent that is always there. When I go on stage, and if it's an award or whatever like that, I always take that award in a very humble way, because I say this, in the audience, there's always somebody going, "Man, my cousin do the same thing, man. My cousin sang like that. My cousin," and you know what? it starts off as a joke, but it's actually true. There is so much talent out here with us. So any way we could champion that cause, and to any parent or anybody out there, please give your kid the encouragement to try as hard as they can, because a young kid from Terrell, Texas, 12,000 people, he did it. And I'm gonna make sure you get the opportunity to do it as well.
The part that Jamie left out with that part,
because just to add on, you guys are in a privileged position, because I'll speak personally from being my floor at my freshman dormitory at Drew Hall at Howard. Though that's my peer group today. You know what I mean? So like, you know, I'm doing what I'm doing. My boy Douglas Kearney was down the hall. He's like a nationally recognized poet. His roommate was Young Guru, who ended up being Jay-Z's engineer. Like, our entire floor at Howard, everyone's doing exactly what we said we were going to do. So you guys actually have a built-in peer group amongst your friends. I'd say just don't doubt each other and laugh at each other when you express these things you're going to want to do, because, I mean, our whole group just pulled it off, and we held each other up the entire way, man.
and you know, it's crazy when Jamie was talking about those parties. I used to sneak into those parties, but what's funny is Diddy used to throw those parties for $1 million. Jamie would throw those same parties for $400 with KFC, and he would have chicken on the table. Everybody would have a good time, which goes back into how you guys have the opportunity, without spending a ton of money, to follow after your dreams. We're gonna check in with Sierra, who I'm not sure which HU is the real HU. I got nothing to do with that. But Hampton University is also in the house. Sierra, what's your question?
Thank you, Terrence. And we're definitely the standard of excellence. But thank you, Jamie and Kemp, for being here. My question is really curated to Kemp. So looking at the historical context of barbershops within the African-American community and its influence on culture, why was it really important for you to have that particular scene within the film?
Well, yeah, it was incredibly important because, I mean, look, I'm from New York City too. So I try to explain to people, they say New York is a melting pot, but it's more of a salad bowl, particularly when you're Black. It doesn't matter how diverse your work environment or school environment is, you pass through what I call authentic Black spaces, you know, spaces where we are comfortable to be ourselves. And again, at the time that I pitched the barbershop scene, there were no scenes like that. So I said, it's really important, without race even having to be a part, you know, the subject isn't even about race. Just letting this character pass through authentic Black spaces will add authenticity to the character in a natural way. So it was just one of those things. When I saw the story where it was missing to me. And again, it was like I looked at the character designs, and it could have been any number of Black spaces. But I tell people that when we looked at the character designs, it was just funny because the first thing I said when I saw Joe's character was like, man, he needs a haircut. You know what I mean? Like there's this thing, like when you know, characters in the 80s on TV shows, you can tell there were no Black hairstylists because no one was lined up. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that, where you just kind of go like, oh man, just like at least line them up or something. And so that was like the kind of lightning in the bottle. Was like, now I know where this character's going to have to go on this journey. But I think it's important, and it's one of those very subtle things that I think all the crew who worked on the film really got into that scene, because it enabled them to start pouring that authenticity into Joe and his world.
I love it. Well, this guy looks like he's never missed a haircut. Kimani has the next question, and he's representing FAMU with is that a leather Rattler blazer chest out?
You know it, my brother Terrence, for sure. Greetings, everybody. I'm so grateful to be here, and it's just an awesome opportunity to begin to talk about this film that is super inspiring. My specific question is also for Mr. Kemp, and that question is about Joe's character. What was the significance of his student who was super talented, as we could see, and just had all this talent, but yet she wanted to quit music? I wanted to know the significance of that character.
Well, most of us, and I'm sure Jamie will say the same thing, wherever we've managed to get, we owe a lot of credit to mentors. And, you know, it's amazing how a lot of times our mentors don't even realize the impact they had on our lives. You know, for me, all it took was just one or two teachers telling me that I was actually good at writing, which is something I did not know. I had no idea. I think the first teacher who said it was my freshman English teacher at Howard, who was like, you should go write for the Hilltop. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, you're a really good writer. And I had never heard that I was good at anything. So, you know, it's this idea of just the importance of mentors and Joe being that and not even realizing how good of mentor he is, because you might not have even caught it, but Joe Curley, the drummer, was also Joe's student. So it's this fact that like Joe, even though this wasn't his dream, has managed to have such a positive impact that we really wanted to show some love and show the importance of mentorship and show that mentorship isn't necessarily a thing where you're getting a lot of credit for it. You're making a big deal about it. You can have a positive impact on a kid's life by just giving them a little bit of encouragement, because I can speak, at least in the arts, it's not uncommon to get no encouragement at all. And Jamie was a stand-up comedian, so that's like the opposite of encouragement. That's just like everyone shitting on you. So just getting someone to be positive is a big deal.
Jamie, you look like you have something to say, and I'll never.
Hey, man, I'm just rolling with it, man. Yeah, but being a comic or being whatever you, but I can't speak enough about what Kemp does. It's like, listen, the importance of what this character is amazing, and what this movie is and what Kemp has done by being unapologetically Black in a situation where, man, they could always just roll it over and try to do their version of what we are. But the fact that Kemp come from New York and he don't take no shit. That's the one thing you got to understand. He don't take no shit. And it's the same with me. My background, if you check my background on A Living Color, like, to be honest with you, I never really worked for nobody white. It was like Keenan Ivory Wayans was my boss. All of the Wayans, Black writers, Black creatives. Even when you walked in, the food that they was cooking, there was a different smell on the, on the set. It was like, man, what's it? What is that? Is that smothered? Whatever, So then the Jamie Foxx show, Black creator, Bentley Kyle Evans, Black creator who also wrote the Martin show. So I was used to just being myself and not even tripping on that. But as you go further into things, especially like animation, man, this space, has always sort of been, locked down tight. So I can't say enough about please stay connected to Kemp, because what he is doing is remarkable and unprecedented. So I'm glad we get a chance to share this with you guys.
I love it. Christopher Jones from Texas Southern has a question.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Terrence, for the introduction. My name is Christopher Jones. I was formerly head drum major of Ocean Soul Marching Band. I now serve as Mr. Texas Southern University, and I'm a leader in many aspects. My question is specifically for Mr. Jamie Foxx. What advice can you give, mentors who are trying to help like lost souls find their way?
Well, here's what's interesting, man. Like, we're connected now. You got Terrence J, you got me, you got Kemp. All you gotta do is shoot us, the Instagram, whatever, however we stay connected like that, man. It's real. It's like if you need anything from us, man, we'll definitely give you that information and give you that encouragement. And that's what I say. What's different in today's world is the fact that we can stay connected, the fact that we can push each other. Even with this, like, we did this movie Power on Netflix, right? The young lady Chika, I saw her on the Instagram. And so they were trying to find somebody that could rap and perform. I said, hey, yo, I got it right now. This girl right here, I ain't no rap connoisseur, but she killing it. Next thing you know, she on the movie, she writes all the raps in the movie and ends up being in the movie. So it is literally that. It is literally that close. So whatever you need, we're here to support, man, in a real way. And because it's necessary. We need y'all now. It's like, our age group, where we are right now, we've been at it for a while, but we need y'all. We need y'all to fill in these spaces, man, and keep this thing going. So whatever you need, just get at me.
Okay, we have 2 minutes left. I'm going to try to eke out one last question from Daniel Ryan from Tuskegee. Please, with your question. Real quick.
Thank you guys again for this amazing opportunity. My question is specifically for Mr. Jamie Foxx. So what is it like being in Disney Pixar's first Black-led animated film alongside actress icons Angela Bassett and Felicia Rashad?
Listen, man, it is a dream come true to be the first African-American in this. And not only that, Felicia Rashad, Questlove, everybody else that's involved in it. But here's the thing, when I tell people, let's just say you don't care about the first black in the animation. Well, guess what? It's 100% Rotten Tomatoes as well. So not only is it black, but it's excellent. And so for all the cinephiles out there, when it comes to Kemp, he put it down, made the movie incredible, because what I will tell you this is just not enough just to be black. You gotta be great. By my guy, Keenan Ivory Wayans, he told me one day when I was a young cat coming on, I was like 21, and I was doing my jokes and stuff. He said it was good, but we needed great. He says the one thing about being black is that if you mediocre, they're gonna be like, whatever. We have to be great in order for us to knock those doors down. So thank you for that question, man. Thank y'all for coming on here today. And however we can help, we will support. Terrence J got a crazy picture right now on Instagram. The guns is out. He got the African-American shirt on, and he got the stare that won't stop him.
Yeah. I love you. We got to wrap this up. Kemp, congratulations on an incredible job, man. Very, very proud of you. And I know you had to fight a lot of fights to get your vision out there. So again, congratulations. Jamie, continue to keep inspiring us. We love you. We love you. We love you. And everybody on this call right now, all of you on this Zoom, you guys have a job to do. We need your help. Like we said, we can't just be regular. We got to be great. So let's make this movie the #1 movie. Let's break every single Disney Pixar record with this film. We need you guys to get on Black Twitter. We need you on all your social media. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is a great family film for the holidays, and will leave everyone inspired. So on behalf of everybody at Disney and Pixar, thank you guys so much. HBCU Pride all day long, HBCU Buzz, and make sure y'all go watch the film Soul.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, T.
Love y'all.
Great to meet you guys.